Hi, welcome to Gene Lifestyle. My name is Jonathan, and today I want to talk to you guys about what I'm doing with my supplementation. There's certain things I like to take, generally just to fill any types of voids or gaps that I may be missing with the usual diet. Oftentimes you're not really getting everything you need in your body, and for me, my biggest priority is what can I take to help give me the health and vitality that I'm looking for. And the reason why I created the channel Jing Lifestyle, it's just to help you guys with certain hacks and different strategies to help improve your life, make you feel better, give you that gene. And what I love about Gene is the essence of life. Give you the longevity. It's not pushing yourself to the limit and harming your body internally because you're trying to go after looking good and the physical, but it's more about how are you feeling on the internal. How are your organs doing? So, let's kind of just jump into some of the supplements I'm taking. Now, I don't really like to take too many different things. I'm pretty simplistic when it comes to supplementation. I think less is more. And I like to focus on food-based supplements. A lot of supplements out there, they could be synthetic, and even though they may have their time and place, I think majority of the time it's best to look for supplement options that are food-based. So let's kind of just get started with some of the ones that I think should be a primary part of your lifestyle. Now, there's certain things I'm not taking at the moment that I think are important, and I'll mention those. But let's just kind of just start with the most important one I feel that helped me and that could probably benefit your life as well. And that would definitely be probiotics. Now, I like Garden of Life doctor formulated probiotics for mood with 50 billion guaranteed probiotic strains. Now, probiotics been amazing for my health. To keep a long story short, I used to suffer with acid reflux and GERD when I was younger, and irritable bowel syndrome. And my gut biome was out of whack. I wasn't eating healthy foods. I wasn't feeding and benefiting the gut biome in my body. I was destroying it with junk food, sugar, processed foods, all that kind of stuff. And probiotic been the key thing to help me regain my health and my digestive system, and actually, to be honest, it really cured my acid reflux. Now, I only suffer from acid reflux occasionally when I consume certain things that can kind of take it off. Maybe it's a dry food, like a coconut flour mix in a pancake, and that may kind of set off my acid reflux a little bit, or eating too much, or things like that. But overall, probiotics are a great way to begin your health program. Now, another great thing to start off with is we're not really getting much nutrients or minerals throughout the day, and I think a good strategy is something like a greens powder. Now, I have Organifi green juice. This is one that I really like. I like the taste of it. It has really good ingredients like wheatgrass. It has spirulina, chlorella, matcha green tea, ashwagandha root, which is really good for stress, turmeric, which is very good for the body. A lot of good stuff. And I just think they're better than consuming a multivitamin, because a lot of multivitamin, they are not totally, let's say, totally cut out the way they make themselves to be. A lot of time they're very underdosed and you're not getting enough of the vitamins and minerals that you need. So I think playing around with different green powder is a good strategy to utilize. Next, I also have vitamin B complex. I like vitamin B complex because I think this is another good source to supplement with, because you definitely need to be getting more vitamin B12. If you're more like someone who, follows a vegan diet, vitamin B12 is something that's severely lacking. So getting a good B complex formula is pretty important for your body, and I like Mega Food Balanced B Complex. It's a food-based one, and I enjoy this brand pretty good. Another thing is vitamin C, which vitamin C is great for the immune system, and I like to use this food-based one by Health Force Superfoods, and this has 302 milligrams per 1.5 teaspoons, and it comes from acerola berry extract. So this is another very good one. A lot of vitamin C that are like powder form. They have a lot of additives in it, or they throw in sugar. I like this brand, Health Force. They make really good food-based product, and they're very high quality, which is important when you're putting something in your body. Is to always make sure that you're getting the highest quality product you can find, instead of shortcutting yourself and going with a Walmart brand or a over-the-counter brand that's cheaper quality and it's not going to serve your health. So the next thing I think is really important, and that is for your heart health, and that is for your omega-3. Getting more of those in your body have been known to be great for your cardiovascular health. And a good strong heart, we need to have more omega-3s in our diet. We're over-consuming omega-6 and plant-based oils that are inflammatory to our body. So I like krill oil because you can always consume fish, and fish oil can be good, but there's a lot of talk about it being rancid or not being bioavailable to the body as people thought. So I like krill oil, and I take Dr. McCullough's brand. There's a lot of other good brands out there. You just want to go with Antarctic krill oils, and you just want to make sure that it has a good amount of astaxanthin in it, which is an antioxidant, which is not even in fish oil, but it's very good for your health. So this has 1 milligram of that. So check that out. You can find out a lot of information about different brands out there when it comes to fish oil versus krill oil. Some people like cod liver oil. It's all preference, but nothing really beats consuming wild-caught salmon. Even doing canned fish is even good for you, like sardines or herring or even anchovies. Different things like that. Oysters are really good for you. So you just want to diversify your diet. You definitely want to be consuming a marine-based omega-3 supplement to get DHA, which is vital for your brain health, and you can only find that in seafood. No other sources has DHA, to my knowledge. So now we also have a few other different things that are not um, extremely vital, but they help. And things like iodine is something that's really good. You know, this is lacking in diets. So things like iodine is one of them. Selenium is another mineral. Zinc. Vitamin K2 is another vitamin that we don't get enough of in our diet. And iron, which you can usually get through meat, you know, but if you don't consume meat, then an iron supplementation may be something to look into. And then definitely magnesium is also a very important mineral that you should be taking. Now, I have supplemented with magnesium in the past, and I'm out right now, but you can get magnesium through almonds. You know, chocolate is another really good source of magnesium. You know, raw, dark chocolate, you want to look for almost basically the highest amount of cacao that you can find without any of the, you know, crap like sugar and processed junk that they add into it, and that's not really gonna work. So that kind of just touches a little bit on that. And then you also have, everyone wants to know about protein powders. Right now I'm consuming a goat whey protein by Mount Capra, and I really like this because most whey protein, especially if they come from a cow, it can be problematic for certain people, even if it is pasture raised. You know, the casein issue or the amino acid profile in cow's milk it can be, you know, somewhat lactose intolerant. It can, you know, cause stomach distress, gas, you know, mucus production, all that kind of stuff. What's great about goat, though, is that it's more bioavailable to a human body compared to cows. And for me, I noticed the difference. I can still tolerate grass-fed whey, but I like to mix it up and do a goat whey protein. I also really enjoy collagen. And the great thing about collagen is because it helps support healthy bones and joints. And usually we're not going to be, you know, for a lot of people, they don't have the time to make bone broth or too time consuming. So being able to supplement with something like collagen, you're being able to, you know, provide the glycine and proline, which are very important amino acids that are lacking in most protein sources. And, you know, our ancestors would consume bone broth quite often just to get those important nutrients into their body. So this is another good one I like to take. And then we also have certain miscellaneous supplements that I take from time to time, and that would be like branching amino acids. Now I only really take these, you know, if I'm doing a workout fasted. You know, I really like Natural Stacks. They have pretty high quality stuff, and this also has beta alanine in it. You know, and I like the fact that these are made from botanical sources. Certain amino acids out there, they come from like the human hair or, you know, different growth, things like that. So again, this is not necessary. I only take these every once in a while. And then I also have some supplement by Onnit. I'm a big fan of that brand. I like their cordyceps mushroom, shroom tech. I would take this or one of these packets maybe. Sometimes I just buy cordyceps extract in a powder form, just strictly as is. But again, this is just gives you a little energy. Cordyceps is a great mushroom, great adaptogen for your body. Help with ATP production, and it's one of those herbs that I sometimes suffer with allergies, and cordyceps makes a big difference. And that also brings me into onyx alpha brain. Now this is a nootropic. Now, you know, certain people may be skeptical about nootropic, and I'm not too overly obsessed about them or get too far into them, because I think, you know, relying on them, there could be some long-term effect, and I think until there's more research and more science out there, I am still a little skeptical that there could be some danger to how it affects your brain long-term. But what I like about alpha brain is a very low dose of very good herbal-based ingredient like bacopa, which is good for your brain, for depression. It also has alpha GPC and L-theanine, which L-theanine is great for stress. That's an amino acid in green tea. And then it also has phosphatidylserine. I have trouble pronouncing that one, but it's an extract from soybean that's good for brain health, I believe. I'm not too knowledgeable about it, but yeah, this dish is really good also for my allergies, you know, like on a days where it's like really windy where I live in Las Vegas. You can get a lot of dust and allergens, and alpha brain just kind of just relaxes me and kind of just gets rid of that hay fever feeling. So that's why I really like alpha brain. Now, I don't take it every day. I don't advise taking it every day. It's just something I take, you know, a couple times a week as needed, you know. So, and then another one is I like taking a before bedtime supplement called New Mood. And it's just a daily stress formula. You know, it has certain things like chamomile and lemon balm, and of course magnesium. It just helps you relax, go to bed, and get a good sleep. And sleep is very underrated. So I highly suggest kind of making sure you are implementing these different types of, you know, products into your life, because they can just do so much to really change how you feel on a daily basis. Now, to wrap up, I have a few more things that I'm going to talk about briefly. I don't want this video to go on too long. So, we have L-theanine, and that's what I talked about earlier. This is another tool if you have stress or whatnot. Taking one of these is good. And what else do we have? I have a joint health supplement. I don't really use this too much, but if you're like an athlete and you've suffered some injuries in the past, I've taken these and they really help with inflammation. And what's great about these is they're systemic enzyme, and you can look up, there's a lot of medical research about systemic enzyme and what they do for cleaning up your blood and your body. And other than that, we have what I like to take in the morning, which is bulletproof coffee. I'll take this, or I'll take some different teas like rooibos tea, oolong tea, gynostemma tea, and a few other ones like matcha green tea I enjoy taking, just to, you know, not to get too tolerant to coffee every day. It's good to mix it up. And then, of course, my favorite sweetener, and that is pumpkin sweet. And I talked about this in a couple of my other videos before this one, and I'll provide a link where you can find this as well, along with some of these other things that I'm taking. Again, this is just what I'm taking right now, and you know, I played around with other things. I have different herbs or superfoods that I also implement into my life, like maca and mesquite powder, different herbs like chaga mushroom, schizandra berry, and a few other tonic herbs that I like to take based when I need it. So again, that pretty much complete the video. So I hope you guys learned a lot about this and kind of just maybe got some ideas for certain things that you can start experimenting with. So again, just make sure you always talk to your doctor. Make sure you get some guidance first before taking any kind of supplement. But for the scope of what I talked about, some of the beginning supplement, the different vitamins and the probiotic, those are pretty much universally well known from most. If you go on the internet and you look up doctors like Dr. McCullough or Dr. Jack Cruz, you can find, or even Bulletproof Diet is another great resource. Talk a lot about a basic supplementation plan that is good just for your regular health and longevity, and some of these other things you can just build upon based on your goals. So that finishes up the video. I hope you guys liked it. If so, please subscribe, leave a comment, and I look forward to talking to you more. Alright, until next time, take care.